and welcome back to my Marvel Zombies playthrough, and the camera is pulled back a little bit further than usual to try and show off the size of table we're playing on today. It's the first mission from the zombie campaign, mission 4, called Valuable Tools, that uses every tile that comes in the core box, one iteration, because they're all double-sided. There's still some sides of some tiles we haven't seen yet, for the record. But yeah, 9 tiles. And the mission itself doesn't seem too bad, it's just we have this massive play area. So there's going to be a lot more cuts probably because I'm going to have to jump around the table. I think for this one the zombie heroes are going to have to split up to do their objectives. But in general, there's a bunch of buildings to explore. A bunch of them have bystanders in them. For instance, here, there's one in the bottom right there. There's 3 in the middle long building, and then right at the top of the map there's 2 in the top right building, and then 1 in the subway station entrance in the top left. There is also a bunch of objectives right there, and the mission objective for this one is simple. Every zombie hero must devour at least 1 bystander and must get 1 objective. That's it, and then we just escape at the very top left of the table. So simple enough. I'll read the blurb real quick, and then we're just going to get started because, estimate 60 minutes, medium difficulty. In the chaos that ensued after the zombie outbreak, hiding and stashing potentially dangerous equipment became a hurried affair for the remaining heroes. Now, as the dust settles, obtaining these priceless pieces of tech has become a priority. Better keep these toys away from any potential threats, be they living or other zombie heroes. And if we can grab a snack or 2 along the way, even better. So there would also be an extra spawn point if you're using 5 or 6 zombie heroes. It would be to the right of the heroes, over here. But I'm using 4, so that's not there. Special rules for this one: fleeing snacks. All bystanders count as the kind that run away from you. And they also get an extra action to run away twice. So even if we get one that has the little fist icon, which would normally mean it stands and fights, it will run away as well, and they move an extra space to try and get away from you to escape the area. Bystanders are worth 5 XP to the zombie who devours them, and objectives, they give 5 XP as well. So I think that covers it. That's the special rules. Just the annoying thing is the massive play area, but yeah, just everyone has to eat 1 person, get 1 objective, and then get out. So we're going to get started. I've increased everyone's hunger by 1, but I'm just going to quickly go over my general strategy. I feel like these 2 doors here are lures because there's a spawn point here. I did forget to mention, but the number 1 spawn point is the top left of the table, then the top right, and then this one down here. Again, there would be another one if you're using 5 or 6 heroes. But yeah, I feel like those are lures to get you in trouble. I think if I use the far away doors to get into these buildings, one which is just to out of line of sight down here, it'll be much easier, and then we can kind of push up and get out. So on that note, I'm sending Captain Marvel over here. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. That's our turn done. Simple as that. Then we can go over here. I'm not quite sure I want to send into this building down here. I want people who can escape easily, because Captain Marvel, she levels up too much. She gets that free movement ability, orange, which would be real nice. Let's go with... Also got to be careful because so many of the buildings on this one are long. You're going to be spawning a lot of indoor stuff, which is a worry. Let's have... There's only 2 objectives in that middle building, so there's no real point piercing it with 3 zombies. Let's have... I don't want to break in this turn either. Alright, we'll have Iron Man go 1, 2, and just stay right there because I'm considering going in this door here. Hulk will come with him, 1, 2. They're each going to take a trait for the 3rd action. I'll do that in a second. I've had to move stuff around the table, so it's a little awkward. And then Zombie Captain America, he's going to move 1, stay here, and take a trait. So that's 3 trait cards we've got to draw. We'll do it in order. So I think that was Iron Man first. Ambush. Spawn 1 trooper in your zone, then draw another trait card. Okay. Well, in that case, Hulk is going to hit the trooper that spawned. This is why you shouldn't do actions half complete and then just round it up. That's exactly why right there. But yeah, we'll just have Hulk smash him. 1 4+. If I didn't get that the right way around and it should have been Iron Man, the net result is still 1 XP, so it doesn't matter. And then it was draw another trait card. Resist hunger. Discard during your turn to decrease your hunger by 1. That's a really good card. It's the first time we've seen that. So Hulk's not getting a trait card now. Captain America is. Taunt. Discard during your turn, select 1 zone within range 2. All enemies in that zone activate and attempt to move towards you. That's very fitting for Captain America. And that is my turn, just like that. I'm ignoring the one ambush card we got. So now we've got to do spawn cards because there's no enemies on the board because I didn't pierce any buildings. We start at the top left. All troopers, there is none. I don't know where I'm going to put these cards. I'll have to move some more stuff around. This one up here in the top right, there's going to be 3 troopers on that square. And then right at the bottom of the map that you saw, it is going to be no one, because all guards would have got an extra activation. That's 2 nasty cards that we don't have to worry about. That's pretty handy. Alright, top of a new turn for me. Every zombie has gained 1 more hunger, and we're going to keep going with Captain Marvel. First action is going to be to bust down this door, and I think it's just the 1 spawn card. It's going to be a single guard who does activate, so he's going to be in here. I can just quickly grab that from this side of the camera. Again, a little awkward with having the 9 tile table. So he's smack dab there. We do see who the bystander is because it's not got that special rule from the last time. It is Mary Jane Watson again. I'll have to look her model out in a second. In fact, I'll go do that now. There we go, poor Mary Jane. So for Captain Marvel's second action, her first was to open the door. She's coming in here and she's punching the guard. Now this is only a little risky if she doesn't achieve a kill here. So with 2 dice, with 2 extra, needing 3 pluses, this should be fine. Which it was. That was a fantastic roll actually. So there's 1 XP for her right there. And I'm going to make her take the objective as her last action this turn. Which means she gets 5 XP for that. I'll put that on her card so I remember that, or her tray I should say, so I remember that she's done one of the 2 things that let her leave. And that means she's 1 away from yellow XP. So that's all I want her to do for this turn. It does mean Mary Jane is going to run past her and get out the building. She can still catch her next turn, so that's not a big problem. So that's her done. I want to have a little think about the order I want to activate the other 3 in, because no matter who activates, if they bust down a door, it's going to spawn a bunch of stuff. Alright, I think I'm going to go with Steve next, and my reasoning is he's going to bust down this door for his first action. It's going to trigger finding out what's on all these exclamation marks, of which there is 1, 2, 3. I don't think there's any on the bystander spaces, I'm just double checking. No, so it's 3 spawn cards, but you start furthest to nearest, which means I'll know what's on the Hulk's end of the table over here, so I know whether or not it would be a good idea for him to bust down that door, or maybe just go south with Iron Man and help him out a little bit. So Steve's busted down that door. Let's just stay over here while I do the spawn cards, because the first one is over here. Sidearms. There's no troopers. Well, there is, but they can't see anyone, so that was lucky. The next one, this one here. 2 guards who activate, so they would move towards Steve because all these other doors are closed. And this one is closed as well, so that means it would be right in front of him, where there's also going to be another spawn of an escorted bystander. I presume you still do these actually. So 1 other guard, so there's 3 guards and another newly spawned bystander, and it's Blind Al again. She gets into the strangest places. Alright, I'll spawn that in. Oh, before I spawn her in, I totally forgot. Again, we do see who the bystanders already in there are. So I might as well do that now because I have to look at more miniatures. So the one closest to Captain America is... oh, Sharon Carter. We haven't seen her yet. She's normally an aggressive type, but again, for this mission, counts as one that will flee. This one here is Pepper Potts, who we have seen before. And then right on the tail end of the building, can just about see it on the left here with another objective, it is Betty Ross. So there is a smorgasbord of people to eat in that building now, thanks to getting the escorted bystander card. Alright, so we kind of lucked out there that the only thing inside that building, essentially, with all the food and objectives, is just 3 guards, but Steve's got 2 activations left. It does mean like Hulk can just go in and have a field day, and so could Iron Man, but there's only 2 objectives, which would mean that we're still short 1, but we can work with that. I'm going to use this taunt card, I think, and I wasn't really sure if a bystander counts as an enemy for the purposes of it. I don't really want Blind Owl to follow, but if I remember rightly, escorted bystanders act as part of the group they are spawned with, so I think that would mean she has to move anyway. But just as a reminder, taunt that we got in turn 1. Discard during your turn, which it is, select 1 zone within range 2, all enemies in that zone activate and attempt to move towards your zone. So I think he taunts them, and they come out, and because she's escorted by one of them, she comes with her. Now I'm not expecting to be able to eat her, I expect her to run, but there's plenty of other meals to worry about, so I'm not too concerned. I just want Captain America to get to camera tilted a little bit. There we go. I just want Captain America to have 2 loads of attacks against these guys instead of 1, because they have 2 health each. He's rolling 4 dice on 3 pluses. Well, he increases his hunger by 1 and does kill one of them. Chomp chomp for 1 XP. That's his first bit of XP. Which means he's rolling 1 other dice, and he is doing it again. That's 5 dice. He's looking for 4 of these to be 3 pluses. And that was a decent roll. Not good enough to kill both, unfortunately. So he is going to get smacked, but hopefully he'll be blocking it. So he killed 1 more. I maybe should have denoted which was the bodyguard for Blind Owl, because I believe if there's no bodyguards left alive, 1 spawns in the end phase. It's probably not going to matter because she's going to run away. But yeah, I should have denoted which specifically was her guard. Either way though, there's 1 guard left alive. Can't really do anything about that. That is Cap done for now. So then we come to the west end of the table. We've still got Hulk and Iron Man to go. I don't really need to breach this southern building because there is 2 objectives in the north. And I can hopefully grab one with whoever doesn't get one in this building here. So Hulk's going to bust down the door for 1. We've already done all the spawns in here, so it's safe. He's going to come here for 2. And he's not going to be allowed to eat this turn. But he'll move here for 3 and say hello Betty Ross, my good friend Betty Ross. Who is definitely going to scarp her at the end of the turn, but that's okay. Iron Man then is going to eat Pepper. 1, 2, and he's going to do a Devour. And that is currently just going to be 3 dice. He needs 1 4 plus. He got it. I'm so sorry, Pepper. He has devoured you, which means he gets 5 XP. That's the first XP he's got. There we go. Now, where did I put her card? It's in this pile here somewhere. Pepper. Where is her card? Oh, there it is. Once during your turn, you can increase hunger to draw a trait, is what he has now. What's more important though is that's 50% of what every zombie hero needs to do done for Iron Man. He still needs to get an objective though, otherwise he's not allowed to leave either. So let's see, he was here, he moved, he ate, so he is done. That means the turn is over, so we have to start moving enemies. So let's maybe come back this way a little bit, pull back, maybe try and get a corner view, I'm not sure. Betty's going to run for 2 to try and get out, so she's going to run out onto the street out here. And if we come over here, I apologise for the in-camera editing, but the table is too large. Blind Owl is probably going to run. This is not going to be her guard, which means 1 will spawn at the end phase, so I'll just give her it now. He attacks Captain America. Does he block it on a 5 plus? You better believe he does. There we go, that's more like it. Mary Jane runs past Zombie Captain Marvel in the bottom corner. She's out in the street now, just to the right down there. And then these troopers, they can't see any zombies, so they would just move and they'd come down here. So that is Blind Owl pretty well protected right there. Then we'll pull back even more as best we can, and then we do the spawn cards, starting with the top left, still on blue. That is going to be 2 troopers over yonder, and then up here behind Blind Owl, 2 more troopers. And then at the bottom of the map, this is kind of dangerous for Captain Marvel. Oh, it's really dangerous for Captain Marvel. It's a superhero. Okay, I don't remember if I've shuffled these, so let me just shuffle real quick. As long as it's not Doctor Strange. Well, Black Panther is still kind of bad as well, because he could potentially get so many activations. Okay, well, it's going to be Black Panther. I'll get those all spawned. So I've spawned those enemies in, including a just out of sight Black Panther down here. However, I forgot to move Sharon Carter, I'm pretty sure. Bystanders want to run to exits. Her closest exit is to come out here, so I presume that means she will, even though it puts her on the square with a zombie. If I'm wrong about that, the other way would also do the same. She'd be on Iron Man, so I presume... I was told that they don't stand still, so I presume that is correct. So, all the zombies are spawned in now. Well, sorry, all the SHIELD agents are spawned in now to fight the zombies. As we begin the turn, Captain America has become ravenous and everyone else is 1 away. Oh, except Iron Man, because he ate Pepper. Forgot about that. So he's back at 1. That's fine, because we need to do this. I think I'm going to go with Captain America first and then Captain Marvel, but give me a chance to just think through the turn, because I want to snake through this building so that the spawns have to chase me. Alright, here's the situation down here. Captain America is going to go. He has to devour though because he's ravenous, so he's rolling 5 dice and he needs 2 4 pluses to devour the guard, can't target the bystander, and he actually whiffed. That is nightmarish for the turn. Alright, second action he has to do it again. That's much better. So the guard is devoured, and that's still a problem though. He's going to do another devour. Oh, did I move her too? I did. Okay, yes. But the other devourer is only 2 dice. Actually, no, the other devourer is only 1 die. So he has a 50-50 shot of eating Sharon Carter. And he didn't. Ha 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 ha. Well, you know, that's a problem because he needs to find a bystander to devour. Well, we'll go with Captain Marvel since we're down here. She's stepping out here. There's no avoiding getting into yellow XP this turn, incidentally. She's going to eat. So that is 3, that's 4 dice for her. Needing 1 4 plus. Yep, Mary Jane is out of there. For 5 XP, which puts her at 11. Just there we go. And what power did Mary Jane give again? She gives... After attacking, you can increase hunger to reroll all dice once. That is Captain Marvel able to leave the mission now. She has completely done both objectives she needs to do. That was 1, 2... I guess third action's moving here. Oh wait, no, she has a 4th action now though. I forgot, because she's in her yellow XP. And also she is sated. There we go. So for her 4th action, she's going to move on to this tile here. It would have been a perfect plan had Captain America not whiffed that first roll. It would have been perfect to just then break out into this building and just do a runner. That's annoying. Well, we come to this side of the table. I was going to get Hulk to just grab the objective there. I can't really because that wouldn't give him enough XP to get to having that extra action. But that means Iron Man can grab it. Actually, yeah, Iron Man can grab it. He still needs to grab an objective. So Hulk is going to go 1, 2 and devour Betty. And just have to ignore that. How many is he rolling? He is 3, he's rolling 4. 1 4 plus. Betty is out of there. And for Betty being eaten, Hulk gains. When moving, you can increase hunger to move +1 zone. It's pretty good. Especially if you just want to force your hunger to get up. That's his turn done though, because the 5 XP from that puts him on 6. And it's 7 up to get to yellow. So there we go. And then for Iron Man, 1, 2, take the objective. That gives him his 4th action, so he's moving back there. So he can also leave the mission. 5 HP puts him at 10. Done. And that's the turn, I think. Clean up the dice a little bit before we move enemies. So highest danger track is 1 or 2. I'm not 100% sure if blue counts as 1 for the purposes of Black Panther's skill, because it says it gets a number of activations equal to +1 of the highest danger zone, which would mean he must have 3, I think. So let's just come here, pull back the camera, get out the Batman camera angle. There we are. So Sharon Carter, well, let's cover all these. The bodyguarded bystander runs, and I believe that means they escape. I'm going to go check the rules on that. These would come down here, these would come down here, because again they don't have line of sight on anybody. Sharon Carter would run, because that's what they do in this mission, and moves 2. Black Panther, I think, has 3 activations, so 1, 2, and then he's on them, which is very annoying. And then, who else is on the table? Top left. Again, the troopers don't have line of sight, so I presume they'll come down the side here, because that's the quickest route. Sorry, over here, to any enemies. Well, I'll do the spawns first, so I can do them in between takes while I check the escorted bystander rules. So top left, it's a superhero. Which superhero is it? Not Doctor Strange, please. It's the Spider-Man. So he spawns in the closest zone with a zombie hero. That would be on Iron Man. He is technically closest, assuming you ignore closed doors. Spawn on the top right here, 2 specialists. And then bottom of the table, 4 specialists. The specialists have come out to play. Alright, the enemies are spawned in. I checked the rules for escorted bystanders. I think I was doing it wrong in the sense that you don't prioritize the bystanders' movement rules. You just do whatever they're the guards. And if they happen to pass over a spawn point, then yes, they're escorted off the table and are gone. But I was moving them like Blind Al was in charge, so I've removed her off the table. Her guard has remained though, and will now just act normally. And we're in a bit of a pickle. Everyone's hunger is up. Everyone's on 1 except Iron Man, who's on 2, and Black Panther has 4 HP, which is very nasty to deal with. Captain Marvel's got 4 actions. The only one who doesn't have 4 actions, actually no, Hulk doesn't either. So we're going to start down this end of the table. So let's just come over here real quick, zoom in a little bit, and wonder how we're going to do this. Let's see. Captain Marvel has that reroll from Mary Jane, so I think we're going to have to try and beat her up so Captain America can run in here and grab this objective. He still needs to get a bystander at some point, but we have opportunities for that we can work with later. So Captain Marvel is going to go. Her first Mighty Punches attack is not going to do any damage, because she needs to do at least 4. But that's okay, because I'm just doing it to try and get hunger up, which I think is the only workable strat here. Could be wrong, but 3 pluses, looking for 1s. We got a 1, so that's fine. I'm going to increase hunger again to reroll all dice. Well, reroll does it? Oh no, you have to do all dice, so my net benefit might be worse. I'll take that. That means we need 4 3 pluses. So close. Well, now I will increase hunger to do rerolls. So I've increased hunger, she's up to 3 to reroll. So close. So we still raise hunger again, I think, with that. So she's ravenous now because that one applies. And that means we're going to have to do Devour. She's still got 2 actions left, but the Devour is now going to be 5 dice. But they need to be 4 pluses, which ain't going to happen. Close though. So she might as well roll it again then, because she's not doing anything with her turn as it turns out. So close again. Nope. And that means Steve's stuck there as well. And she's ending her turn ravenous. He's going to go 1, 2, 3. He can't pick it up this turn because he's only got 3 actions, but I need him out of there. Captain Marvel, at least if she goes on a killing spree, can... Oh, but that means she's going to take 2 damage from Black Panther at the end of the turn. Arg! That's annoying. Hulk doesn't have his 4th action yet. He can go 1, 2, 3, but then he can't attack. He could go after Spider-Man and then let Iron Man try and help Captain Marvel. Yeah, okay, let's come over this end of the table. Hulk walking in here for 1, punching Spider-Man with just his fists. So currently that would be 4 dice. He lowers Spider-Man's toughness down to 3. It's on 4 pluses though. So close. Increased his hunger by 1. And didn't quite do the job. So hang on, he moved, attacked. He's got 1 action left with 1 extra die now. Not good enough, and he's ravenous. Come on. Oh, that sucks. And he doesn't have an extra action to do it again. Alright, well, Iron Man will attack the Spider Man then, so that's 5 dice, 4 pluses, but he needs 4 of them. What a waste of a turn. Utter waste of a turn. Not good enough. He is 1 away from being ravenous, so it would be 6 dice now. Where's my other die? There it is. He did it with 4 6s. Thank goodness for that, although he got made ravenous in the process. No, he didn't. He's 1 away. The Spider-Man is dead, but what a waste of a turn. So that's 3 more XP for him. Let's see, he whiffed 1 attack, then he succeeded. He's got 2 more actions left. 1, 2, I guess. She'll come and try and help. Although I think Captain Marvel might already be dead. I guess we'll see now, because it's panned back and the active enemies on the board all activate. So let's just do that. Troopers on the edge of a table that you can't quite see. There's 2 troopers just out of sight on the left here. The specialists at the very bottom of the table, they move 2, so they're now blocking the road here. Like that. The troopers next to Captain Marvel walk in. Sharon Carter's off the table. She gets out. We come over here a little bit. This guard moves here. The specialists are over here. Black Panther attacks twice. No, it would attack 3 times, right? So she's on 1 health because she loses 1 to being ravenous. So she is 1 away from death. Hulk also loses 1 HP for being ravenous. And then we do spawns. This is going very... this felt like such an easy mission until just a few bad rolls have screwed it. Top left, 3 specialists. Over here, that is an escorted bystander with 2 guards. J. Jonah Jameson is over here. And then the bottom of the table is another 2 specialists. Okay. So things are escalating dangerously here. Steve's on Hunger 2. Captain Marvel's ravenous, of course, but now Hulk and Iron Man also are ravenous. Which is a big problem for what I wanted to do. I wanted Iron Man to come over here and maybe try and take out Black Panther at range. That ain't happening, so I guess we've got to go with Captain Marvel and try and devour Black Panther because of attack priority. So she's rolling 5 dice, but we need one of these rolls to be 4 pluses, which ain't great. But hey, let's try. Here's roll 1. Nope. There is roll 2. So close. There is roll 3. Nope. And roll 4. She did it on the last one. Well, she's still dead, but she did indeed kill Black Panther for 4 XP, which takes her to 15. Forgot I could have... No, I couldn't have used Mary Jane's reroll there because I was using Devourers at max hunger already. So, she's out of actions. She's surrounded, she's getting jumped on next turn as well. Captain America is... Oh, that was all her actions, right? Because she whiffed, hit. No, she has 1 left. I mean, she'll just mighty punches then. Did I roll 3 dice? Or did I roll 6? No, she did it on the last one. She is out of actions. Steve will take the objective for 1, which gives him 5. So he's got 4 actions now as well, so technically he has 3 left now. 3 actions left, he's going to do the hero thing. He has to, that's who he is. 1, 2, attack the square for 4 dice. And he gets 3 of them, and the hunger goes up by 1. So the square is now empty. To 11. But man, is it going to be hard for them to get out of there alive. He's going to have to take any hits, because otherwise Captain Marvel dies. And although, again, I do play it that as long as one person gets out, we consider it a win. The reason that rule is there is so you don't just like throw someone out as a sacrificial lamb to lure the enemies away. So I'm making a concerted effort to get everybody out alive. But still counting it as a win if I get 1 out. So, the other 2 are ravenous. I don't know if that means they can open doors, which would be a problem. So... let's presume for a second they can't, because it does only say that if you're ravenous you move and attack, and it's not a free action to open a door. So Hulk's going to go 1, 2, 3. Oh, he doesn't have a 3rd action though. He's just going to go 1 and wait, I guess. Actually no, he'll just wait in there. In fact, because they're going to move there. That would mean the specialists. Actually no, the specialists are going to go after whoever. It doesn't really matter. You know what? Okay, 1, 2, and just wait. He can't even draw a trait because he's ravenous. Iron Man, again, going to presume you can't open doors. So 1, 2. And he's going to wait there. I know that means he and Hulk are both taking 1 damage, but I can't see on any other way to do it. So I'll just apply that damage now. So Hulk takes 1, Iron Man takes 1. The other 2 are fine hunger-wise. And then we do activations. So these specialists are going to move on to here and attack. So are these. So that means that is 2, 4, 6 attacks that Cap has to block a lot of, or they're just done. 5s and 6s. He blocked 1, so that's 5 damage. Which unfortunately means he's going to take 4, down to 1 health remaining, and Captain Marvel dies. Nothing we can do about that. The troopers move with 1 action onto there. The guard moves down there. J. Jonah Jameson started on an escape point for them, so I presume he just goes. And then they come down there. And then let's see. Troopers move here. And then top of the table, the specialists. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they would come down the way it's the fastest route. They're on the edge of the table. Not close enough to be of a particular threat. And then we draw spawns. Top left. 8 troopers, that's more like it. Troopers open fire. Oh, that could be bad. All troopers from one side armor type. There's 2 on the square with cap. Neither of them hit, thankfully. And then bottom of the table. Oh, I didn't move those specialists down there actually, sorry. So there's actually 2 specialists there. Guard rush. Spawn 2 guards and rush them forward. So they'll be on this square that you can see right there when I come back in a moment. Alright, let's see if I can get these 3 people out, although Cap still needs to eat a bystander. I'm going to use the resist hunger card that Iron Man got. I totally forgot about that. Discard during your turn to decrease hunger by 1, which means he is the only one that's not ravenous. And then he's going to fire his missile pods into this square here, just so that I can push them, basically. It's probably going to make him ravenous again in the process, rather. I've lost the ability to speak. But let's see what we can do. 4 pluses. Oh, you better believe it makes that. What a terrible roll. Good grief. So it kills 1 specialist. Wait, do troopers or specialists take priority? Troopers take priority. So it kills 1 trooper for 1 whole XP, but that wasn't really the point of what I was doing. I was shoving them into an adjacent space with his repulsor blast. Like so. But he's ravenous again. He has 3 actions left. He is going to... He is going to 2, 3, and eat one of these, hopefully. So 5 dice with 1 4+ required. Yeah. Where was that roll earlier? Devours. Hunger sated. Up to 15 XP. His turn's done. I'll go with Hulk. Ravenous. He's also going to eat the other specialist on the square. Yep. Sorry. Move. Eat. That also gives him his 4th action, finally. So he used 2, so he has 2 left. He is going to go here and bust open this door for his 4th action, because it's time to make a getaway. And then that just leaves Cap, who is now ravenous, and if he doesn't eat this turn, he dies, which is just peachy. What would be the safest thing for him to do? Because there's specialists on either end of the table, so that's he's going to have to come down here. So 1, 2, eat a guard, 5 dice again. He needs 2 4+. Where were the? I just rolled 5 5s. Where were these rolls earlier? Good grief. Okay, so he moved to 8. He has 1 action left. He's just going to punch this remaining guard just so he tries to live. Unfortunately, he is only rolling 2 dice, and he needs them both to be 3+. You better believe he didn't. Whatever. So his hunger went up by 1, and he's probably going to die at the end of the turn. In fact, right now, because now we move stuff. So let's just do that first. The guard is going to punch him. If he doesn't block on a 5 or 6, he's dead. Goodbye. On the plus side, that means Iron Man and Hulk can leave, because they've got... Oh wait, no, Hulk doesn't have an objective. Okay, we're going to have to grab that in the way if possible. That is rough. This guard onto here. Let's get these dice out of the way first. These troopers behind Hulk here. The specialists are now on their square as well. Speaking of which, all these specialists are on Iron Man's square. Like that. The guard is here. The trooper is here. Oops. The guards are here, and then the troopers that spawned at the very top, they're still going to come down the side of the building. I know it's out of sight. They're just moving 1 square down. It's nothing to see really. And if I escape through the building, it's not going to matter where they are, which is the plan. That was the plan from the get-go, but then Captain Marvel had to go and have 1 bad turn and ruin everything. Top left. 6, and then Trooper Rush. So they're just going to be on the same square that I'm definitely not going to be able to fit them on. But whatever, I'll work it out. All superheroes get an extra activation. Thank goodness they're not there. And then 5 more troopers who activate, so they're going to be on this square here. Alright, things are already very rough. Look over here, look how many troopers are on the edge of the table there. Anyway, time for Operation Get Out. Starting with Iron Man just doing a missile wave. He's currently rolling 4 dice. I don't even care if he kills anyone. This is just for the repulsor blast. He raises hunger and kills 2. Oh wait, the guards would go first. Yeah, so he kills the guard. And then he pushes all of them there and raises his hunger by 1. It's getting dangerously close to orange. He's at 16 and orange starts at 19. So that was 1 action. 2, 3, and then bust open this door for 4. Hulk activates, he's only at hunger 1 now. But he needs an objective. 1, 2. Yeah, it's got to be over here. 3, 4. And that's my turn. My turns are going to be super fast now because half my zombies are dead. So let's see where everybody moves. The fastest possible route to get to Iron Man, because there's no line of sight, would be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It would be this way. So he's moving there. He's moving there. All these specialists are just gunning for the door. These troopers move up 1. These specialists, however, actually make it onto the square because they're fast. The troopers here. So now all those troopers... Oh, sorry, I'm forgetting the guards over on the left of the table. All those troopers on the far left of the table, I think there's 12 of them there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they're going to go after Hulk, which means they're stepping back onto the spawn point. I'll move them there once I know what is also supposed to spawn there. It's a little bit ridiculous. Oh, a superhero. That's not so bad then. Which superhero is it? It's the Scarlet Witch. So she's spawned up there with those guys. Over on the right, there's another superhero. Arriving late as per. Oh, it's the most scariest of all. It's Thor. And then bottom of the table, can we go 3 for 3 on superheroes? No. It's going to be 2 guards. Fair enough. Well, this end of the table is where the remaining action is going to happen. Iron Man's up to 3 hunger, Hulk's at 2, and Iron Man is attacking. All 6 dice on his tile. He raises hunger by 1, so he's now ravenous. He killed 2 of them, because it's 4 pluses. Yeah, he killed... Actually, that's perfect. I was just going to have him repulsor blast, but now instead I will have him devour for 5. Yep. So that gets rid of that problem. Hunger down to 0. He's got 2 actions left. He killed 3 of them there. 1, 2. Oh, that puts him in orange. After completing an attack that eliminated at least 1 enemy, make 1 free move, ignoring enemies. I'll make my free move over here if you don't mind. And I still have 2 actions left. So for that matter, we'll go 1, 2. Iron Man and his good friend Hulk want to leave. Speaking of which, we can't leave until Hulk has an objective. He is busting down this door for 1. It spawned a bystander in there. Thunderbolt Ross again, but more importantly there is an enemy spawn, and that's the scary part. See who it is? It is 3, no, it's 4 specialists now, sorry. Okay, we have those. 4 specialists. I'm not going to bother looking at Thunderbolt Ross, because he's just going to run away anyway, and I don't need to eat him. So that is 4 specialists. So he's got 3 actions left. He is walking in here. And let's see, how's his hunger doing? It's at 2. I feel like I should take the objective first while I'm not ravenous. Yeah, I'll take the objective. So he has 1 action left. That does risk taking a lot of damage at the end of the turn, which might be stupid. I have faith in my dice, which might also be stupid. 5 dice, needing 4 pluses. He killed 3 of them, that's fine. There's 1 left alive. 1, 2, 3. Just put them up here real quick. There we go. So it does mean he's taking 2 damage though. But he'll live, barely. And he didn't increase hunger there, no. That's my turn. So Hulk gets hit twice, unfortunately. So he's down to 1 health remaining. Wanda would move 1, 2. The troopers that should have been on her tile would all be here. But it's not going to matter for the remainder of the game. I'm just seeing if anyone could get there to stop them, basically. Thor would also move 2, which would put him here. But they're not on the tile to stop us. I don't need to move the rest of the enemies. It's still technically a loss because we lost 2 out of 4, but no matter what spawned, Iron Man, boom, out of there. Hulk, 1, 2, 3, he also leaves. So, got out with half them this time. So in all honesty, I thought that mission was easy, and the only thing that screwed everything up was Captain Marvel on this square here needing to use all of her actions just to do one simple-ish thing. Although Black Panther being there at all, I guess, was also kind of just bad luck. If neither of those things had happened, it would have been so simple to just open certain doors in this middle building and snake your way through, so they didn't have line of sight on you, so they just had to come round after you. Once they've done that, bust open that door, run out, have whoever hadn't taken an objective or a bystander devour the top left in the subway station, and if Captain America had lived, he would have had to have done that. And we could have ignored the two big buildings, the bottom left one and the top right. It would have been so simple, but no. Captain Marvel had to whiff 4 turns, or 4 actions I should say. Oh well. Just quickly looking at the next mission, it is back to being a 2x3 table. Most of them are, until the finale I believe. I think that's the only other one that's 9 tiles, or 3x3. But it looks like we're playing around in Oscorp, and that's the halfway point for the campaign as well, because I believe the campaign is 10 missions long for the zombies anyway. So thank you very much for watching. Apologies for anything done incorrectly or just a bit ambiguously, but I think for the most part that was solid. Obviously we lost technically, but I'll take a 50% survival rate on it. It's better than last time. Thank you for watching, and see you for the next one sometime soon. Until then, ta for now.